Hello, everybody. This is JD again. I've been listening to this economic package that they're handing out and everything, and GM is saying, "Oh, we're going to have to give us some money. You got to do this. You got to do this." Congress, stop. Listen. Use your common sense. How do you build the economy? Haven't you yet learned? You put the money at the top, it stays at the top, doesn't it? Those people at the top who get the money, they put the money in their pocket and they go straight to the bank. And they laugh all the way. No. You want to create jobs, you got to create a market. How do you create a market? Okay, GM first. Hey, you guys are all screwed up. You're going after monsters. I mean, you're the company that gave Mustang a clear road by getting rid of the Camaro and Firebird. Your competition, and you just took it away. I don't know who runs your company, but boy, they are not thinking. Okay? Bring back your Firebird. Make it your first hydrogen car. Bring back your Bonneville. Make it. And your Caprice. And make them hydrogen. Now, what is this really about? This is our economy. They just gave you guys our government gave the executive branch, well, the government has $7 billion, $700 billion to bail out. What did I say? Stop foreclosures. That's the first thing. Second thing, go to the IRS. Have the IRS check onto all these houses. They know what everybody makes. They know how much everybody gets. They know who is making their payments, who is not, and who cannot make their payments. Put it in your computer. Draw them out. Go to the banks and say, we are buying these foreclosures. This is what we're going to give you. Then go to the people who have them. Say, okay, we have bought your foreclosures. That does not mean the federal government owns property. It has the foreclosures. They can work out with the American people who have these problem homes so that they can get on their feet. The next thing, money never trickles down. Understand that. People at the top only invest to make more money. That doesn't make more jobs. Money only grows. What does that mean? From the bottom up. The money needs to go to the consumers. They will spend it. When they buy the products, the retailers will have to replace them. Where to replace them, they got to go to the manufacturers. When the manufacturers have to make more of the products, they will have to hire more people. Well, basic economics. It goes from the bottom up, never from the top down. So what are you guys doing? These are things I would have brought to the White House. The knowledge of basic economics. Retail never, ever goes from the top down. The more money the top gets, the more it keeps. I can prove that. Turn around, look. Why do we have unions? Because the people at the top hogged all the money and didn't let it trickle down. Hey, government, you never learn, do you? You don't need someone who was a senator sitting in there. You need someone looking up who can see what's going on around him, who knows what's going on, who knows how the economy works. It never, ever, from the time of conception of this country, ever worked from the top down. Always from the bottom up. We need to take that $700 billion and get it to the consumer. When the consumer starts buying, then the manufacturers will have to make to replace what's in the retail market. When the manufacturers have to make to replace, that means the retail will be buying. When the retail is buying, then the manufacturer will have to hire more people to make the products. More jobs. Never ever has it ever gone from the top down. You want to see where it went when you put it at the top? They're called golden parachutes. I don't think our government should tell companies on Wall Street that they can't give golden parachutes. But they should tell them a regulation that says any severance bonus given to any CEO has to be voted on by all stockholders. If stockholders say, yes, give the idiot $1 billion, then give it to him. Let the company go under. But if the stockholders say no, then he don't get it. Same thing goes from the bottom up. We need to realize that our economy is built on the basis, not on the top. I told you we need to stop foreclosures. I told you how to go and take over foreclosures through the IRS. McCain said, oh, he got it from Hillary, the Department of Treasury. Where is the IRS? The part of the Department of Treasury. Where did Hillary Clinton get it from? Hey, my YOUU contacts. She's one of them. So, bottom line, Congress, get your head out of your butt, to put it mildly. Is that the only language you'll understand? I'm not politically correct. I refuse to be politically correct. The truth of the matter is, if you want the economy to grow, then our economy needs to grow from the bottom up, the consumer up, not from the top down. If our economy had ever grown from the top down, unions would not exist in this country. There would never have been a need for unions. But there is to this very day. So that tells you plain and simple, from the top down, never ever happens without a fight. But the bottom up, always. Because when the consumer goes out there and spends, then the product on that shelf has to be replaced. The retailer will buy. The manufacturer has to make more. Bottom line, does not work from the top down. You want to help GM and Ford? Then you tell them start making vehicles in the future. Not electric cars, they're too far down the road. But you could have a hydrogen car on the road tomorrow. They could change the fuel tank, they could change the fuel line, and they could put a hydrogen vehicle on the road tomorrow. And remember this, every time you make one hydrogen molecule, you make oxygen. When you make, well, two hydrogen molecules, you make one oxygen. And oxygen counters carbon. So we wipe out one carbon module when we produce two hydrogen molecules. Hey, reduce our footprint. We could have a negative footprint and not change anything in this country just by starting to produce hydrogen. And when you drive it, it produces water vapor, not sulfuric acid. When you drive today's cars, they produce sulfuric dioxide. Mixed with water, produces sulfuric acid. When you drive with hydrogen, you produce H2O steam. Mixed with water, produces more rain. So, bottom line, what to do with our economy? Turn yourself upside down, Congress. Start at the bottom up. That's one of the first things I would have done as president. Thank you. This is JD. I'm still here, and I'm not going to quit.